right, Charles. Did you see we're number 2 on the coaches? And I said we because you played for him. I shouldn't say we. But did you see Michigan is number 2 on the coaches poll? Did you see that?
You're honorary player, Rich, so you can say we.
Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that?
I heard it.
It's something in my ear.
Okay, very good. What do you think, Charles?
Yeah, so,
what do you think?
I started number 2, and I love it. I love it because we're getting some respect. And I like that for those young guys because they put in a ton of hard work. Been through a lot with that program over the years. I would say the last 15 to 20 years, especially in terms of playing, that scarlet and gray school. And so now we're in that position where we've gotten 2 wins against those guys twice in a row now, and have made it to the playoffs finally, back-to-back years. And so, you got to take those steps. And you look at the last couple of years, we got there, but obviously we weren't ready to win the whole thing. But in order to get to where you want to go, you got to take those steps. And so getting that respect, being at number 2, going into the season is great for those guys. But now, the target's on the back, and there were years when nobody was really expecting anything from them. Well, now there's expectations. So, hopefully those guys are ready to live up to that.
Have you spoken to Jim lately? It looks like he's going to miss the first 4 games. Charles, have you spoken?
I spoke to him. I didn't speak to him about that.
Right.
When I was up there, they had a camp a couple of weeks ago, and I was actually able to take my son up there, my oldest son, to be able to witness, what a big-time program is all about, being able to, go into Schembechler Hall, see the weight room, and just, really just put his eyes on a big-time program. So that was awesome, for me to be able to take him up there. But I ran into Rich, and we just talked about everything, but didn't talk about the suspension. So
okay,
I don't know much about that.
No. So at some point, are you going to explain to your son that Michigan was an original Big Ten team? Is that we're going to have to sit down, children? Hey, Michigan's an original Big Ten. Is that what we say? Is that how it goes?
That's going to be a conversation we're going to have with a lot of kids, Rich. Not just my son, but just kids growing up all over this country. The original Big Ten and what happened to the Pac-12, and there's going to be a lot of conversations.
What do you think about all this, Charles? What do you think about this?
To me, I like change. I like the things to grow, get better if they will. I was just looking on TV earlier, and they were talking about Pac-12 not being able to secure TV deals and that sort of thing. So schools got to go where the money is at. That's certainly understandable. It's no different than anything else. You got to figure out. You got to figure out how you can maintain, and joining the Big Ten is the way that some of these schools, the route they have to take. I'm all for it. So now we got to figure out. In my eyes, it's going to be 2 major conferences. It's going to be the Big Ten. It's going to be the SEC. The way I see it. So yeah, I'm all for it, man. The growth is good, and so they're just growing the game.
Well, it's kind of crazy though, right? That I'm currently living in Big Ten country here in Los Angeles. When I saw Warren at the Hall of Fame, Warren Moon at the Hall of Fame, I took a picture with him and Instagrammed it out, saying just 2 Big Ten guys hanging out here at the Hall of Fame, and it's just it's. I understand it's you got to adapt or die, but it's also really sad, isn't it? I mean, that we're in this position here. And I know, that Washington State was a team that you beat, and Ryan Leaf, like they're left behind. Washington State's kind of toast, you would think. Charles,
Yeah, I think that as you look at it, they have a saying, everybody can't go. And, it's going to be sad for some teams that, they're not going to be able to enjoy one team in the conference enjoys. But that's just kind of the harsh reality, really, in life. You know what I mean? And not to, disparage anybody that's not going to be able to, follow the Oregons or the USCs or whatever team is leaving, but that's just kind of the way it is, Rich, and so everybody's got to figure out how they're going to deal with it. And like I said, that's the way life is. Things happen, and you got to deal with it. So we'll see what guys how to handle it.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.